It's just you and me today, kid. Think we can do it by ourselves? T-Rex is on vacation. Or he's just playing hooky. I'm not sure which. Any chance you could walk over to the door and stand up against it and bark 3 times and then run out? No, I didn't think so. What a different vibe it is not having T-Rex. And I'm taking a chance here. Steve is not tied up. Can you take a left? Steve, go this way. Yes, go that way. And I'll go this way. 45 degrees at 8:15 on Thursday, November 13th. Thursday is always the day of a front. Well, not always, but it's been a rhythm this year. A front. What is a front? And weather, a front is a boundary between 2 different kinds of air. It can be warm, can be cold, can be humid, can be dry. And often it's not that easy to see. However, this morning, boom, there it is. I just got a text from my friend Barry in Quincy.
This is what I call being on the edge.
Take it away, Barry. We haven't got all day, Barry. What's your point? Can you hold your camera sideways next time?
Friggin nuts.
Yeah, this is friggin' nuts. What's going on here? It's even more pronounced. And then why not add the moon? Hello. Waning, crescent, beaver, moon. Yeah, we've had some funky clouds and some funky weather. And here's the view from 21,000 miles up looking down at the same cloud after we get done watching these birds scramble in front of this boat, because that's what we do. Here's the view from space this morning. The same cloud edge is being viewed from about Provincetown through Quincy, all the way along the Massachusetts Turnpike into Sturbridge, almost to Chester before it turns into a regular cloud. So what's going on here is right where the blue sky and the moon is, right there. That air is subsiding, it's sinking. But then where the cloud is, that air is subtly rising. So it's a sky wave. And if we broaden out this image, show it again from a little bit wider perspective, you see all the little ripples, looks like alligator skin or something like that, mackerel sky. Gravity waves emanating from weather systems bounding from the Pacific across North America into the Atlantic Ocean. And we had an incredible overachiever snow storm in the higher elevations of northern Vermont last night. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this image this morning. Actually, it was a time lapse. I had to stop just before the table tipped over with 9 inches plus of pure Vermont powder at Mount Mansfield. Most of that coming since the sun went down last night. Powder alert, and the lifts are not even open, and the glades are being ripped. This is Beaver Glade at J Peak. This image came yesterday. So an unbelievable start to ski season. Now, we've done this plenty of times in October, but it's always melted. To do it the first half of November is priceless. So we are in historic territory. How about the lighting? That's a research boat, and on these research boats, there are unmanned submersive vehicles that can go hundreds of fathoms below the depths of the ocean to look for things like shipwrecks or planes that should crash or something like that. Bluefin Robotics and the Hingham Ferry going by Pettix Island. And can we do the weather, Tim? There's so much to do. I don't know where to start. How about with the west coast of the United States, where I was supposed to be flying to right now, but am not because cold feet by members of the gang that were supposed to reunite in California, fearful of this storm, and rightly so. This is the Weather Service office list of warnings from San Francisco this morning. Winter storm warning, high wind warning, flood watch, blah, 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 blah. All the colors in the book for this system off of California that is in no hurry to come ashore. Here's what it looked like from the satellite image this morning. It's about a 990 millibar low. but it's not moving. It's going to break into pieces. Part of that is going to go south and get to Los Angeles over the next 2 days, and that's my problem. And another part of it is going to lift north, so it's going to splinter and come across the country, and every one of those splinters is going to be a challenge, like trying to forecast waves. What's he doing down there? Blowing off. So these waves, see these waves? You got a ridge, you got a trough, you got a ridge, you got a trough, but then on the waves, there are more waves. And those waves resonate or sometimes they attenuate. When a wave attenuates, that means it dissipates. When a wave resonates, that means it gets enhanced. So we're going to have enhanced and resonating and attenuating waves coming at New England, one after another, over the next week and a half, right through Thanksgiving. And we have got lots of issues. So I've been focusing now on what's going to happen on this Sunday. I've been calling it Sexy Sunday, and now it's coming into the short range. So should we talk any more about the snow? Here's the radar this morning. We saw this image from the sky of this cloud. And underneath those thicker clouds, there are plumes of snow. We've had snow piling up even in the Berkshires over the last couple days, where it continues to snow. This morning, upslope snow, and we've had a little low pressure system go by. So lots of different reasons to make it snow, and higher elevations. And in the coastal region, not much going on. But now we have that Sunday dilemma where over the last couple of weeks, some of the guidance a week ago was very consistent that it was going to be a wintry storm over New England on Sunday, November 16th. And that's where we're resolving it. Although it's going to be a fast mover, that's what's going to happen. So let's go right to the NAM now, skipping over a lot of other things. The precipitation is blue is snow, green is rain. So just some upslope snow, continuing some upslope snow. Another 5 inches for Jay Peak today and tomorrow. 522 upper level low goes through tomorrow. And then on the backside, there's going to be a rebound of warm air rushing at us on Saturday night. But it will have been cold, and that is mixed precipitation. Blue is snow, red is freezing rain, and green is rain, beginning Saturday sunset, and in southern New England, ending Sunday sunrise. But we go out now to Sunday at 1 p.m. This is the NAM, and it's pretty close to where the Euro had this 14 days ago, or at least 10 days ago, with a 981 low pressure system on the Maine coast. Yes, I say that with enthusiasm or irrational exuberance, because it's just amazing how deep these central pressures are getting on every system that goes by New England. And that will have us just all windy, with any rain in southern New England having ended, and freezing rain in northern New England changing to rain, and snow in Maine continuing, and really windy conditions with going from warm air advection to cold air advection really quickly. And I'm not going to show you how much snow because it blends all together from now to then, but this is going to be a widespread over the next 4 days, 4 to 8 inches of snow in the higher elevations from northern Vermont through Maine. Maine gets the most snow with that, but I want to show you the freezing rain forecast. We're going to have rain falling into a sub-freezing layer, and it's going to be the first sort of widespread icing event. Not huge, but 1/10 to 2/10 means that some branches could break. And if I put the cursor over Mount Washington, near the Mount Washington Valley, it's a 0.25, and you actually have more ice down in the valleys than you have up on the hills at this time, or there can be funky layers up there, but we're going to have ice on the trees, and it's going to be starting as snow and going to freezing rain, maybe rain, then an ending as snow. So it's going to be an incredibly wintry look across most of the mountains in northern New England here on Sunday into Monday. And then we're going to keep that going. I'm going to go find Steve. Time out for a second. Can't find him. Great. Oh, I just walked about a quarter mile, and there he is. Sorry. All right, so let's just jump ahead. So much snow in our mountains. It's almost unprecedented. I'm not even going to talk about the snow state because I want to wait for later numbers. Talk more about that tomorrow. Let's go to the Euro. No, not going to go to the Euro. Let's go to the Canadian. No, we're not going to go to the Canadian. The Euro would have a storm next week missing us to the north. The Canadian would have it missing us to the south. And we're now talking about, instead of Sexy Sunday, which I think we've got nailed down now, we're talking about Freaky Friday, the 21st, where yesterday we showed a Euro had a snowstorm right over us, I said there's about a 40% probability of that. And then today, the Euro tries to bring that storm up into central Canada, which doesn't make sense because the Greenland block is doubled down. So if you add them up and divide by 2, it comes out to what the GFS is going to show us. So, take a seat, Steve, take a seat. Here is the GFS. There's our low pressure system. Well, no. There's our high pressure system off to our south with an upper level low coming at New England with intermittent snows and clouds and chilly weather here. Just cold enough for snow in the mountains, warm enough for a sprinkle or a flake down below. And the high pressure system really doesn't build over us, it builds over the southeast, but it's cold enough that on Saturday, the sun's going to go down, it's going to be cold and dark, and now here comes the storm across central Canada, and it is bucking south or redeveloping on a warm front that's stuck over New England. And there it is on Sunday, sexy Sunday, some rain south, insignificant. Ice and snow north, more significant. Winter weather advisories, especially for northern New Hampshire and Maine, where the cold air is stuck here. It's called cold air damming, and then the low goes by, and we all get into cold air advection with new, rapidly increasing wind on Sunday afternoon, and those snow flurries could come all the way to the coast by sunset. Another several inches of snow on the backside. So even if it does rain at Stowe and Jay and Killington, it's going to end as snow. Monday, very windy and cold. And look at this. Wait, time out. Pause the map now. On Monday, the low has gone off the map and come back on the map due to the Greenland block and has deepened to a remarkable 968 millibars. Yet another sub 970 millibar low pressure system north of New England, with winds once again of 30 to 40 miles an hour and freezing wind chills. That would be on Monday, with the storms coming across the nation, some coming across Canada. The one across the southwestern United States is kind of just splintering and coming across the middle of the nation. High pressure over the southeastern United States. Now let's keep this going on Monday night and Tuesday. Clearly cold air advection here in New England. We have a storm that's kind of weakening across the middle of the nation. This is going to be a wild card, but it looks like it tries to miss us to the south on Tuesday, Wednesday, which makes sense when systems come into California and cross the nation. Often they can miss you to the south, but they're coming in all over the place on the west coast. And here comes another one on Thursday. That looks a little bit more serious, doesn't it? With the increasing rain or snow, the red lines are right over us. So are the blue lines. And now oh my goodness, it's getting stronger and it's coming back together. It's strengthening on Thursday night, and now we're going to stop it on Friday. And there's a 1,000 millibar low pressure system very close to Narragansett Bay. On the north side in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, it's a snowstorm. On the south side, it's a cold rain all the way to Block Island. It'd be raining but cold, and that front extends all along Interstate 90 from Boston out into western New York. This is a large, impressive system. This is just how the Euro looked yesterday. GFS looks today, and this is going to be our next big moving target. And I didn't memorize all the other things going on, but the storms are coming in one after another across the Pacific. Canada is reloading with cold. So the odds of this, yesterday I said 40% verifying. Let's up it to 45% verifying for next Friday. That's the 21st. And opening day at Stowe and Jay is the 22nd. So what's that going to do? High pressure, put it back in motion, coming out of southeastern Canada. Just a gorgeous day. And, well, if this is right, this is now day 9. And the 22nd, yeah, that's where we're going to end it, right? So, oh, shoot. Oh, I've just been informed that there are some deer walking the concourse. Good morning. Can you be on Out the Door, Weather and More? They're hiding from you, Whitey, up in Maine. Steve White and all the people are deer hunting. Well, here in Weymouth, they're just coming right up to us. Happy that no one's shooting at them. Look at that. When you have 4 feet, yeah, come on up the hill. They're just so. This used to be all forested. There were a lot of trees, and we never would have been able to see them walking through here a year ago. Out the door, weather and more. Yeah, so we're in a very wintry pattern. I'm just going to leave it at that last image. I'm going to go back to it now for a second because there was another system in the middle of the nation. And the Euro would drive that to our north, bringing warm air towards Thanksgiving, but the GFS kind of keeps it cool. But we are due a warmer wave at some point. I mean, it's not going to just keep snowing and snowing and snowing. All right, so those deer are about to go around the corner, and that's where the workers were, as I was just on my Steve hunt a few minutes ago. So distracted by everything, more and more and more. Where was T-Rex? Well, let's take a ride yesterday with T-Rex. You'll see where T-Rex is. And the and more is called Yesterday's Weather Today. Ended up in Boston for sunset and incredibly fun clouds, which are mesmerizing, aren't they? Yesterday's weather today. And more. And more. 9 a.m. Just about to go out the door. Going on a little road trip. Virga. Precipitation not reaching the ground over Boston, but where you have the hills, Worcester County, no doubt, there are snowflakes. And that's what it looks like when the sky is all this kind of same color gray. And focusing on the glass, there we go, and the workboat and the Virga sky. We've got cold front, warm front, cold front, warm front. Every front is another reason for precipitation, another reason to keep it snowing as ski season starts right now. The lifts are spinning at Sunday River and Killington. Rex, you're going to see someone you really love, so that's cool. Now we got to take some video of this pretty foliage. More than half of the leaves are down around here, but not quite done yet. On this gray Virga day. I know, Rex. Pretty trees. T-Rex knows we're on Mayfair Road. Gets all excited. He knows where we're going. Yeah. Just let me open the door, okay? What is it? Do you want to get out? Do you want to go for a walk? Yeah. All right. Take care of business a little bit. You go knock on the door. See how that works. Oh, blustery. Got hit by about 2 raindrops on the way down. And yeah, this is the vehicle without the windshield wipers. So if the front door doesn't work, he goes and checks the back door and the garage door. Why don't you just take care of business first, Rex? Yeah. Still a good amount of leaf up in the tree. And we get some good warm chow right here. The Regis Memorial Pathway. There he goes. All right. I'm not going to see you for a few days, Rex. T-Rex, just feign that you're going to miss us. Look at this. Anna's still got the tomatoes from the garden too, making it almost to Thanksgiving. Where are those turkeys anyway? Yeah, T-Rex, he likes to win, playing in the leaves. Look at all these leaves. Oh, you got the good stuff. Can't wait to get it all chopped up. Look at this. It's gorgeous. A few more to come down. Sorry we keep missing you, Kim and Scott. I know there's some official business we're supposed to be working on. Well, one of these days. Yay. T-Rex and Finn. Hello, Patty.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Cold this morning.
It's like Ireland. Right, it's about 44, but it's just raw.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good boy, Rex. Uh-oh. Raindrops. This is the car without the windshield wipers. I got a few minutes. I'm going to go in and write the first J post of the season.
Well, there you go, Tim. First time I've seen the sun at J since I've been here for a week. I did go to Newport, Vermont earlier today and the sun was out and it was like 35 degrees, and here it's probably 28 and still snowing.
Sun came out and the rain ended a while ago. Beautiful. And we've come to another doctor's office with no place to park. Yay. I think Bob Dylan would mind if I borrowed some of his music. Just incredible. Is that Bellevue Hill over there? I used to live near here. Guess where we are? Purgatory. Correct. At least it has a view. There's Boston over there. It's chilly. Believe it or not, I think we're on the warmer side of a warm front. This goes to show you how cold it is. Very pretty. And we're gonna be here for hours, so I don't know. Piano music anytime now. Okay, I managed to find a little oasis here, very close to the Arnold Arboretum. And let's call it the TK Arboretum. These beautiful leaves. It's squirrels and birds. And I call it the Charles River Mountain Chain. Used to live over here. What they call it? Olmsted built a park around Boston. Can't remember the name of it, but we're there. And it is gorgeous. There's New England foliage for you at its finest. Maple. Oh. It's nap time. TK nap time. In the forest. Adjacent to the city. Just past 4. With sirens. The sun reflecting off that helicopter. There goes another helicopter. Must be some breaking news off to the south. And breaking sunset with all kinds of sky waves here now. Look at that. We've got cirrocumulus. We've got some mare's tails. We've got a warm front that went by. Now a cold front's going by. Word is it's still snowing or snowing again at both Mount Mansfield and Jay Peak. More and more and more. So ends our Wednesday and more. Sorry, it looks like the lens might be a little dirty. Hard to keep your lens clean. Pretty sunset here in Boston. Question is, what state or town are we in next? I think it's a late one. If it gets done at all. Haven't missed a day in a couple of years, but if I do, we'll be back again tomorrow. Winter is here.